years of Nintendo to find out if gaming was really better in the good old days. We have some of the most loved consoles of all time and some stuff that I bet you didn't even know existed. Starting in the 1920s. Yes, Nintendo were around in the 1920s. In fact, they actually founded in 1889. And the first thing they made was playing cards. So apparently I just pushed. Please. Oh, the sides have opened. Oh, it's a box inside of a box. Oh no, I've just thrown them everywhere. All of the instructions about how to play this game, well, they're all in Japanese, and I can't read Japanese. Now we're gonna be rating each of these products on 3 things, starting with the build quality. Well, these are playing cards, so yeah, the build quality isn't great. So I'm gonna have to give build quality a 1 out of 5. Next up, we're gonna be rating these products on fun. I'm not sure how you play this, but I'm sure it's a very fun game if you can read Japanese. So for fun, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. I'm gonna be generous here. And finally, I will be rating each product on if it holds up today. But unfortunately for me, I'm gonna have to say they don't hold up anymore. So I'm gonna give them a 1 out of 5. So let's move on to their first video game console. In 1980, we got the Game & Watch. This is the Mario Bros. Multi-screen Game & Watch from 1983, and somehow I managed to get it in the original box. That has been in someone's attic for many, many years. Oh, whoa! Okay. It's even got the batteries still. Ugh, look at the yellow in it. Do not attempt to take apart. It's good to know Nintendo have always hated anyone fixing or modding their consoles. Thanks, Nintendo. And you'll see what console this reminds you of when I open it. When I open it. Whoa! So it's not like a DS. I thought it'd be like a DS where it opens like this, but it actually opens like a book. Honestly, for build quality, this thing is incredibly sturdy. And it feels so tactile and like nice to actually use. Yeah, for build quality, I'm honestly gonna have to give this a 4 out of 5. Okay, there's stuff coming down and I'm putting it on a conveyor belt. And apparently one of them is Mario and one of them is Luigi. Neither of these 2 characters look like Mario or Luigi. Look, for the time, I bet this was amazing. But currently, this is pretty boring. In terms of fun, you know, it's enjoyable. So I'd give it a 2 out of 5 for fun. And finally, does this hold up today? Absolutely not. It doesn't even almost hold up today. The thousands of more entertaining games you could download and play on your phone for free, this just doesn't cut it anymore. I'm gonna have to give it a 1 out of 5 for fun. Now moving on to slightly later in the 80s, 1986. This is the NES. Nintendo's first home console in the US and in the land of Great Britain, where I'm from. The land of bottles of water and tea and crumpets. Great. It feels very, not... I think I've broken it. Unauthorized attempts to repair will render warranty void. Once again, Nintendo have never changed. Look, in terms of build quality, it doesn't feel great. It is so light compared to the consoles of today. And also sounding very hollow. So for build quality, I'm gonna have to give this a 2 out of 5. But what's a console without games? And you'd be right, but just for comparison, this is a Nintendo Switch cartridge. This is an NES cartridge. Now this is the game that the NES was first packaged with. Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. And how you put the games in is you open the compartment here, slot the game into the front like that. That is probably the most satisfying way to play a game. But not only in this bundle did you get the console itself, the 2-in-1 game, and 2 controllers, but you also get the light gun. And you better subscribe, otherwise... Now, in order to find out how fun this console really is, we need to head over to my living room and plug it into my TV. Here we are, in the NES Mario on World 2. This off. What? That mushroom just went off the side of the screen. There was like literally nothing I could do about that. Oh, how do I, So yeah, I'm pretty bad at video games. This is a lot slower than a lot of the other Mario games. Can I break these blocks? Hold on, let me go to these creepers. Oh, for God's sake. I'm so bad at this game. Okay, here we go. I'm really locking in now. I'm like leant forward like this. No, I can't. No, please. Well, I literally gamed over on the second level. And back in the day, a game over meant you had to start the game all the way from the beginning. So for fun, I'm honestly gonna give the NES a 3 out of 5. I had a decent time playing it, even though I was incredibly bad at it. But does it hold up in the modern day? Unfortunately, I don't think it does. I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 5. Now moving on to 1989. In 1989, we got the original Game Boy, quickly followed up by this, the Game Boy Color. The Game Boy was Nintendo's first attempt at a handheld console, and it changed gaming forever. And this is where one of Nintendo's most legendary games started, Pokemon. The only issue with mine is the back is coming off because this is like a 20-year-old console. Cut it some slack. So in terms of build quality, I'm gonna have to give the Game Boy a 4 out of 5. Let's turn it on and see if this even works. Oh, there's a Game Boy. Oh my, listen to this. There's nothing better than the Pokemon theme. Wow. The biggest problem with the Game Boys was that their screen wasn't backlit. This was genuinely a crazy time for consoles, because if you wanted to play them without your parents knowing under your sheets late at night, you needed a torch as well. Okay, let's give this Pokemon a go. Let's load in. We need a Pokemon battle. What's crazy about Pokemon is it hasn't really changed, has it? We're still doing the same thing 20 years later, catching monsters and then forcing them to fight each other. Are we the bad guys in Pokemon? So is this gonna be Bulbasaur? Yes. We're gonna go with Bulbasaur. Yes, I wanna give Bulbasaur a nickname. Lil Rantad. Oh wait, no, I put Lil Ramtad. Close enough. Red wants to fight. Okay, we got this. Oh my, we're literally gonna be here forever. I'm taking about that much of his health every single time. Oh, we're actually gonna be here forever. I'm just gonna sit here and just... Oh wait, I'm low. Wait, I'm on 4 hit points. No, not Lil Ramtad. No, Lil Ramtad. Little Ramtad's dead! No. In terms of fun, I can definitely have fun with this console. I'm gonna rate it a 3 out of 5. So I would say the Game Boy actually holds up quite well, to the point where I've actually been playing a couple of Game Boy games on this in my spare time. Yes, I am aware I have reached Unk status. So, for if the Game Boy holds up, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Next up, we're moving on to 1991 with the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And honestly, I wish the Nintendo Switch 2 was called like the Super Nintendo Switch. Doesn't it just sounds so much cooler. This was Nintendo's first console to do 16-bit color and came with a brand new controller. We've upgraded from 2 buttons to 4, we've got a D-pad, and now, for the first time ever, we've also got 2 shoulder buttons. And look, even the cartridges are getting smaller now. So I got 2 games with the NES. We got NBA Jam, which is, you know, obviously a basketball game. And we got Cool Spot, a game about the 7-Up mascot surfing. The 80s were weird. Wow, there's some dust in this cartridge. Now, in terms of build quality, the Super Nintendo feels a lot sturdier than the NES. It's got a really satisfying power switch and even a cartridge ejector. That is so fun. Woo! So for build quality, I think I'm gonna have to give the SNES a 4 out of 5. But in order to see how fun it is, we need to head back to my living room to play as the 7-Up mascot surfing. I'm really excited to see what this game is like. Okay, the console is now on. Let's see if this works. Ooh. Nothing has happened. Why has nothing happened? Is it broken? Have we bought a broken console? The Super Nintendo doesn't work. It's our first non-working console. I will never get to see what Surf Spot, or whatever the hell it's called, is. Well, I have played Super Nintendo games in the past, and I will say, they are alright. Super Nintendo games are like NES games. You can't really play them for that long without getting bored. So for fun, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. And does the console still hold up? No. Now, there are some games on the console that are alright, but even if the console worked, I would say for most people, this console doesn't hold up today. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Now moving on to 1995. 1 year before Nintendo's next big mainline console, they released the Virtual Boy. And it was their biggest flop ever. Nobody bought this thing because it made no sense. Now, unfortunately, this isn't a real Virtual Boy because this is how much a real Virtual Boy costs. Yep. Look, I haven't got that big of a budget yet. But recently, they re-released the Virtual Boy for the Nintendo Switch 2. And people are saying it's a very similar experience. So, let's give it a go. This thing is just so futuristic looking. The Virtual Boy promised VR gaming in 1995, which sounds too good to be true. So let's find that out. Like, this looks futuristic now. Never mind, literally almost 30 years ago. Honestly, for build quality, I'm probably gonna have to give this a 3 out of 5. It's not the most sturdy thing, the stand isn't great, and it is a little bit awkward to just have to sit here like this. Not to mention, you probably look a little bit crazy. But is it any fun to play? Let's find out. I can't see anything to find out. So what we do is we pop this off the top, and then we just slot this into here, I believe. Oh, there we go. And there is a bunch of different games to play. We've got Mario Clash, Mario Tennis, and of course, golf. Just golf. It's literally just called golf. I'm gonna try Mario Tennis. So this is meant to give you like a stereoscopic 3D feel to the game. Like, the depth perception is crazy. You can see exactly where the ball's gonna land and exactly where you need to stand to hit the ball. Ooh, I can see why people didn't like it though, because my eyes are really starting to hurt. Oh God, I feel a bit motion sick actually. I need to take a break from that for a minute. Let's just have a, ooh. God, that's horrible. For fun, honestly, I'm gonna have to rate this a 4 out of 5. It's still incredibly fun to play, if not a little bit motion sickening. But does it hold up today? The answer is not really. It's a very fun gimmick, and I see why people at the time thought it was great, but also why they didn't buy it. If this holds up, I'm gonna have to give it a 1 out of 5. It doesn't hold up at all. Unless you love the feeling of your eyes burning and being a bit motion sick, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. Moving on to 1996. This is the Nintendo 64. And yeah, it's quite quite dusty. Ugh. I'm not sure this has been cleaned since 1996. This was Nintendo's first go at a 3D console, which meant the controller needed a joystick. This is still, to this day, one of the weirdest controllers that I have ever seen. It's got 3 separate prongs. So do you hold it like this, or do you hold it in the middle? I've never really understood it. However, it was the first joystick ever on a gaming controller, which, you know, is pretty revolutionary. In terms of build quality, the consoles are starting to get heavier now and feel a bit sturdier. And although the game cartridges are, well, still huge, they are definitely getting smaller, but they are still as satisfying to put in. It just feels so good. Well, that's nice to see. It was last tested for safety on the 28th of the 7th, 2007. I was 6 years old. Yeah, let's hope it's still safe to use. So for build quality, I'm gonna have to give the Nintendo 64 a 4 out of 5. Even all these years later, this thing feels so sturdy. I am so excited to play Mario 64 on this. So let's head to my living room and see what it's like to play. The N64 is all plugged in. However, it's using the exact same cable as the NES for video output. So it might not work. Let's, fingers crossed, this works. No way. Oh my god, it works! It's actually incredibly responsive. I know I was like dunking on this controller earlier, but actually quite nice to play with. For a game from 1985 to hold up this well is actually crazy. Wait, Mario can punch? Can we have Mario punching back in Mario, please? I'd love to watch Mario beat up a Luma. Oh, I think that would make Mario Galaxy a lot better. I'm genuinely so surprised by this. I really thought I wasn't going to enjoy the N64 at all. But playing Mario 64 on it, I love this console. So for fun, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Now, in terms of if this console has held up, I would honestly say it's held up a lot better than I thought it would. So for if it's held up, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Next up, we have 2001 with the GameCube. Now, 2 very important things happened in 2001. The GameCube released, but more importantly, I was born. It has taken us this long to get to a console I was alive for. This was Nintendo's first console to use discs. But not just any discs. Nintendo decided they'd use mini discs. These discs are tiny. Not only that, but this console feels so much heavier. It's probably doubled in weight since the Nintendo 64. And it also has a convenient little handle. So if you wanted to bring your console to your friend's house, you just hold it like this. You'd probably get some really weird looks carrying this in public, but the option was there. Now the GameCube also came with a controller of its own, which might even be dustier than the Nintendo 64. This is when you remember that dust is actually dead skin cells. So this controller is actually just covered in skin. Lovely. Now this was the first Nintendo controller to have 2 separate joysticks. You've got a normal joystick on the left and then this little nub. It's very odd. So for build quality, I'm gonna have to give the GameCube a 4 out of 5. So let's head over to the living room and actually play the GameCube for the first time ever. The GameCube should be all plugged in. I'm gonna turn it on and see if it works. Yeah, that's what we wanted. That is gonna be one of the best Nintendo startups of all time. Let's see if the game starts. Oh no, the game didn't start. That's not good. Wait, it cannot be read. Come on, surely it can be read this time. 3rd time's the charm, come on. Come on, please. Here we are. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, okay. What is this? Why is Mario moving like that? Oh, this is really interesting to control. It's not the most responsive thing, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, no, I've just jumped into the water again. This is hard to control. No, I literally have just missed it again. Why is this so difficult? Oh, mate, this guy's covered in mud. Hold on. Yeah, give him a little shower. The Mario game about giving people showers. Not what I thought Mario Sunshine would be. Where do we go? I don't really know what to do. I don't know if I'm just not good at this, but I think I might be a Mario Sunshine hater. No, don't fall down here again. Come on, please, water jetpack, save me this time. No. Look, in terms of fun, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. The controller is really nice, but I'm gonna have to get used to it a lot more before I can have fun. And in terms of if it's held up, I would honestly say I think the GameCube has held up less than any of the other consoles before it. So for it holding up, I'm gonna have to give it 1 out of 5. Please, GameCube enjoyers, please don't come for me. I'm aware this is a controversial opinion. Next, we move to 2004 with the DS. The DS was the replacement handheld console for the Game Boy. And when I say this thing did well, it did ridiculously well. If you were someone of my age, aka old, you definitely had a DS when you were younger. And in fact, this is my DSi XL from when I was a kid. The DSi series came out a little bit later than the original DS, and added a camera and a couple of other features, as well as a bigger screen. But let's turn this on and see if it still works. That takes me right back. Wow, okay. Oh my. This has all the photos of me as a child on. In terms of build quality, this genuinely feels so nice in my hand. It's super satisfying to close. Ooh, and it's incredibly sturdy, but still small enough that you can put it in your pocket and take it away with you. So for build quality, I'm honestly gonna give the DS a 5 out of 5. It's one of the best built consoles ever. Before we rate this on fun, would you like to hear literal child Rant ad?
Hello, we are secret agents. I mean, Bob. You can't say who we are, we are secret agents. As you can see, our voice is a bit funny, so we changed it. Goodbye.
There you go. That was me as a literal 7-year-old. Honestly, this console meant a lot to me as a kid. But let's see if it's still any fun to play. We played the original Mario 64 a little bit ago, but this is Super Mario 64 DS. This is so good. For the first time ever, you were able to play 3D games on the go. Come on, let's do this. I've played Bomb Battlefield enough now. I'm genuinely quite surprised by how good this looks. I mean, Mario is maybe a little bit spiky and a bit pixelated, but you know, you're literally playing this handheld on the go. I've just fallen. Okay, maybe I'm not as good as this game as I thought I was. We really do take handheld 3D gaming for granted now because this was just mind-blowing at the time. Honestly, in terms of fun, it's still incredibly fun to play games on this. And with literally the endless amounts of DS games that came out, you could still have a great time on this DS. So for fun, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Now, in terms of if this console still holds up, I would honestly say, yeah, pretty much. I genuinely have taken this on trips with me and just played DS games. So for if the DS still holds up, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Now moving to 2006, with probably the most legendary Nintendo console ever, the Wii. This console changed Nintendo forever. After the failure of the GameCube, Nintendo needed a win. And with the Wii's more casual audience focus, it just blew up. Everyone and their nan had a Wii. In fact, this is actually the Wii from my nan's house. And of course, for the first time ever, instead of having a standard game controller, we got the Wiimote. Still to this day, one of the weirdest gaming controllers ever. In terms of build quality, the Wii is the sturdiest feeling Nintendo console yet. It's pretty heavy, it still looks brilliant, and it's the first Nintendo console to use actual sized discs. Honestly, for build quality, I'm gonna have to give the Wii a 5 out of 5. Right, let's head to my living room and give the Wii a go. Now, of course, because we're playing the Wii, I absolutely need to be stood up for this one. I found a Wii remote that works. Let's see if the Wii works. Now this just brings back some memories. So I think what we need to do first is look what Miso made as a child. Otherwise, what's the point in having your childhood Wii? We start with question mark, who apparently just has no eyes. Andy Murray, the tennis player, Andy Murray. We've got a literal burger. Bob again, dog one. This guy isn't a dog. Slender Man. I mean, there's only one game we can play on the Wii, really. Let's be honest. Wii Sports, let's go. Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, of course we've got to put the strap on, which is actually doesn't actually really work anymore. But you know, safety first. Turn this up. Turn this up. Oh, my curtains are open. All of my neighbours can see me dancing to the Wii music. Okay, here we go. It's Rantad versus Martin. You ain't got this, Martin. Oh, who we got on our team? We've got Slenderman, Brill. I've heard he's great at baseball. Oh no, foul ball. Come on. Who's next? Who's next up to the podium? We've got a Slenderman. Look at that go! Come on, that's gotta be out the park. Out the park. No, not quite. We'll go into bowling. We'll do some bowling. And of course, if we're going to play bowling, we have to do the thing. You know, the thing. What do you mean you don't know about the thing? It's just the thing. Honestly, the Wii is still so much fun, to the point where sometimes I actually get this Wii out when I have friends over. So for fun, I'm going to give the Wii a 5 out of 5. But does the Wii hold up today? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. As a fun thing to get out when friends come over, it definitely works. But if you wanted to play some serious games on this, it's probably not the place for that. So if the Wii still holds up, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Now moving to 2011, the death of the DS. But don't worry, they replaced it with the 3DS. A DS that did 3D. I'm not sure anyone really asked for that, Nintendo. Now this is a slightly later 3DS, but let's turn it on and give it a go. How do I turn it on? Ooh, here we are. Got so many different things on it that I've never ever seen before. Oh, notifications. Oh no, we're gonna miss the summer sale. It's only on until the 23rd of the 8th, 2018. Yep, I think we've missed the summer sale by a couple of years. Honestly, for build quality, this thing feels great. And on the newer models like this one, we even got a little nub. The nub is weird, but I do like the nub. So for build quality, I'm honestly gonna have to rate this a 4 out of 5. But is it any fun? Well, I have just seen a me maker. So let's make a me and see how much fun we have with that. So we can create a me from a photo. Let's see if this works. Let's take a photo of myself. I mean, that kind of already looks like me. I am a very generic looking man. Okay, I've taken a photo. Here we go. It is, what the hell? No. Right, we're leaving. We're not even continuing making this me. I'm not having that be my me. Let's insert a game. So we've got Mario 3D Land. And like the DS, the 3DS used little cartridges like this. Slightly different to the DS cartridges. It's got that random bit on the side, so you can't put them in your DS and it break, I assume. Since the original DS, this has got so much better. I mean, we're doing like full 3D graphics now that look great in a device that is literally able to fit in my pocket. This is so cool. Let's go down. Whee! Like little cinematic cutscene bits like that as well. See, you just couldn't do things like that on the DS. And there were some really good games on this as well. Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS was really good. We had 3D Land, which is what I'm playing now, and some incredibly good Pokemon games as well. This is an incredibly fun console. So for fun, I'm gonna rate the 3DS a 4 out of 5. So for if it's held up, I actually think the 3DS gets a 5 out of 5. And now we move on to 2012. After the massive success of the Wii, Nintendo just straight up went, let's do it again. And we got the Wii U. Probably the console with the most confusing name ever. Now the Wii U didn't do very well because people just kind of thought it was an add-on to the Wii. The name was confusing, the branding was confusing, and the console itself just looked like a Wii. Nobody knew what this console was. I've never actually owned a Wii U, so this is quite cool. I always wanted one so I could play Smash Bros. The Wii U still, for some reason, insisted on using Wiimotes, but you could use your old Wiimotes on the Wii U. Oh, there we go. And that is the Wii U itself. I thought it stood this way like a Wii, but apparently it stands this way. Oh, that's a weird looking console. But the thing that made the Wii U super interesting was this. The Wii U gamepad. A tablet sort of thing that also acted as a controller, but also let you play games on the screen, and in some games would even act as a second screen where you'd see your map or your inventory. It was a really, really cool idea. It just didn't get used very well at all. Honestly, for build quality, the console itself feels amazing, and the Wii U gamepad is actually genuinely a really nice controller. So for build quality, I think I'm actually gonna have to give the Wii U a 5 out of 5. So let's head back to my living room and see if the Wii U is any fun to play. The Wii U is set up on my TV, and this is the first HD console we've used. So I actually could just plug it in with HDMI, which is very nice. Here we go. Any minute now. Is it working? Have we got another broken console? Yeah! We've got a Wii U! Okay, cool. Whoa! Who are these people? You can make up to 100 friends. Oh wow, these are real people. How do I leave this bit? I'm just like moving about. So on the Wii U gamepad, we've got a list of all the apps we can use. It's got YouTube on it. Oh no, it's signing into network, and the network doesn't exist anymore. So I actually can't do anything with that. Okay, let's see if Mario Kart 8 starts. Hey, we're in! Guys, it's taking a long time to load compared to the Nintendo Switch. It still hasn't loaded. I'm starting to worry about this disc. Oh, there we go. Wow, same theme tune, but very different home screen. This is odd. Oh, so I can see exactly what I need to see just on this tablet here. There's like no characters. We can't even change the color of Shy Guy. That's so weird. So I can race on this tablet if I want to, or I can have the map on it. I really like having the map on this separate screen. It like frees up this screen just completely for racing. This gamepad feels so good, honestly. It's a shame that this didn't take off because this is such a cool idea. And there could be so many cool ways Nintendo could have used this. Right, we're in third, we're on the last lap. We're gonna do this, Come on, God. Oh, I missed. God, I'm still, no matter what console I play this game on, I'm still terrible. No, Toad, I swear, Toad. Toad, if you, yes! We did it. Amazing. The Wii U is actually a much better console than I thought it was. It feels great to play, and with it being able to play normal Wii games as well as Wii U games, you're actually probably better off getting a Wii U than a Wii. So for fun, I'm gonna give the Wii U a 4 out of 5. But does the Wii U still hold up? Yes. If anything, I think the Wii U holds up better than the Wii. Because of its backwards compatibility, it is the perfect console to play your Wii games on. Genuinely, get a Wii U over a Wii. So for if it holds up, I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 5. And so we've made it all the way to 2017. And after the failure of the Wii U, Nintendo needed something that was gonna bring them back up. And that's exactly what they did with the Nintendo Switch. This is a real special console to me. I didn't have a Wii U or a 3DS. My last mainline Nintendo console before this was a Wii. I went off Nintendo completely, and the Switch literally changed everything for me. In terms of build quality, the Nintendo Switch 1 does feel a bit cheap. Especially now that the Nintendo Switch 2 is out, the Nintendo Switch 1 feels a bit like a kid's toy. Every time I pick this up, I am reminded that it wasn't necessarily the best built console. I mean, the stand on the back of my Nintendo Switch literally fell off so long ago. I have never been able to stand this up. And that's not even to mention the horrible Joy-Con drift. Although people loved this console and it brought Nintendo back to where they were, these Joy-Cons were never very good. So unfortunately, in terms of build quality, I'm gonna have to give the Nintendo Switch a 3 out of 5. But is it still fun to play? Let's launch up Mario Kart Deluxe and give it a go. Mario Kart! Hey! Genuinely the best Mario Kart theme. Fight me. Fight me. This is the best Mario Kart theme. Oh, this is so good. Honestly, I know we've got a new Mario Kart game now, but I still think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best version of Mario Kart. And not only that, but on this console we had one of the best Super Smash Bros. Games ever, 2 of the best Zelda games ever made, and a couple of Pokemon games that, yes, ran very badly, but were some of the most innovative Pokemon games we'd had in a long time. This console changed everything for Nintendo. Here we go. Bounce over it. Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. In terms of fun, the Switch is still one of the best Nintendo consoles you can buy. And especially now that the Switch 2 is out, you can get a Switch for so cheap. So for fun, I'm gonna have to give the Nintendo Switch a 5 out of 5. In terms of whether the Switch still holds up, although it's not that old, I really do think the Switch holds up pretty well as long as you can get one without Joy-Con drift. So for that reason, I'm gonna give the Switch a 4 out of 5 for still holding up. And so we've reached 2025 with the Nintendo Switch 2. In my opinion, the best console Nintendo have ever made. Yes, it's not as charming as the Wii. It's also not as portable as a Game Boy Color. But in my opinion, this takes everything I love about Nintendo and puts it into one console. I mean, what other console can I play Virtual Boy games on, Nintendo 64 games, GameCube games, and even Game Boy games, as well as games from the Wii and modern titles like Fortnite? Genuinely, I love this thing. It took everything good about the Switch and made it even better. In terms of build quality, it feels substantial and no longer feels like a kid's toy. And with the magnetic Joy-Cons literally being the most satisfying controllers ever made, I'm honestly gonna have to give the Nintendo Switch 2 a 5 out of 5 for build quality. But is it fun to play? I've been playing Mario Galaxy on my Nintendo Switch 2 like constantly at the moment. It's just genuinely the best way to play this game. As much as I love the Wii, it just feels so much nicer to play here. The Switch 2 feels like a culmination of everything Nintendo have done over the last 100 years, except for maybe the playing cards. So for fun, I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 5. But in terms of if this console still holds up, I can't really say that until the next Nintendo console. So I guess it gets a 5 out of 5. That makes sense to me. And so the winner is the Nintendo Switch 2. But that's really just because it's the newest console. Every single one of these consoles were great. Special shout out to the Wii and also the GameCube, which I promise isn't as bad as I made it seem.